Yo, 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 yo. It's the OT99 Banter Room where opinions are shared and smoke get served. Look, it's me, Therms, and I'm back again with Ed. And we're going to talk about the game, bro. We've had time to reflect. You get me? Since Sunday. We've had time to reflect. I'm all over the gas. I'm all over the Arsenal fans talking about it's the 3 points that matters. Take into consideration Manchester United's point of view, thinking, look, it's the opening game of the season. We dropped 3 points, but there's a lot of positives to take from this game. And there's also a lot of issues that is still pending. But yo, Ed Weezy, what's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How are you?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I was saying, I was just like, man, do you know what it is? With Arsenal, it's always peaking it. Like Arsenal is the original, like rivals, bro. You know what I mean? Rivals. Yes, I know that we've got the Leeds United, man. Them, you know what I mean? We've got Liverpool. I know we've got City, but it's a different type of feel when you're up against Arsenal. You get me? And we all want that bit of bragging rights. We all want that ability to gloat and say, yeah, like we got one over on you. And look, we're starting off the campaign 1-0 down out of the two. But do you know what? I must say though, Ed, I'm just thinking like there's a way to lose. You understand? And the way that Manchester United lost against Arsenal is probably not the worst. It's not the worst way to lose. You understand? And I feel like Manchester United can walk with their head held high. You get me? Considering where we came from. But what's your thoughts on the game? What's your general feel after that result? Now you've had time to mull over it. What's your thoughts?
First of all, is my thing lagging or is it all right?
No, you're good. It's a bit of a lag, actually. A bit of a lag, but I would say it's probably about 1.5 second lag. You get me?
Is that better now? Yeah, I think it's better now. All right. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because a loss is a loss. Like no one's gonna care if we played well. At the end of the day, it's who leaves with 3 points and who leaves with 0, right? I think the only positives that we can take mainly is that when you look at the performance, I think. Let me see. I just think like it looks like the team's adapting to his formation, which we didn't see, right? But at the same time, I don't want to get carried away because it's one game. And Man United have a history of playing good once and then disappearing. So it's good to say that we lost, but we played well, but it's only going to mean anything if we keep that same energy and play that well this weekend. Right? Because if now we don't play good this weekend or we show no elements of turning up, then we could just say it was a one-off. Facts. So it kind of just cancels out us saying, "Oh, Man United played well. We were the better team." But looking at the game, we were the better team. We had the clear-cut chances. I haven't really saw a lot of people speak about it, but I think the tackle by Saliba and Cunha was a penalty. I've seen it many times. It looked like he touched his foot. So that decision could have gone in our favor. But yeah, we definitely had more energy. The structure looked better. The signings for once look like they mean something because we made signings before, and the first thing we've said is, I don't know about this.
So, and 100%. And it's a breath of fresh air, It is a breath of fresh air. It feels like Manchester United. Can you remember the last signing, that has hit the ground running? Like
maybe if I can't remember, didn't Anthony score on his debut or something, or score in his first few games? Anthony did, right?
He did.
And then even Martial, he scored when he came in against Liverpool. Remember? So there's a few signings that that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to judge Cunha and Mbeumo by one game or Man United as a whole, because Man United have a history of playing well one game and then the next game we're like, where are they? This is not the same team. So fair enough. I'm trying not to get. There's a lot of people getting carried away, but until I see this for maybe a couple of games or consistently throughout the season, I don't want to say, we're playing well, because you can play like there's so many factors, right? There's Arsenal. Okay, is there a factor that Arsenal didn't play that well, right? But you don't want to take away from Man United. But then also is there a factor that they were up for the game because it was Arsenal. So for me, I need to see them play the same they play against the big teams, because we struggled against the lower teams, right?
Yep.
All the teams that undone us. So until we can show that consistency, I'm not getting too carried away with the performance, but I will say it was a good performance.
I am. Yeah.
Last thing I would say is that the other issue is the same thing. We play well, but we don't create enough chances. Or we did create chances, but we don't score.
I know. So before it's not creating enough chances. Now we're creating enough chances.
We're not
But
scoring.
you know what it is? Do you know what it's like? I remember the Cunha chance when he done that Maverick run. Do you understand? Went to that byline, cut-in shot. I think Raya got his fingertips to it. May have changed the trajectory of where that ball was ending up. I saw like times where, you know, Manchester United, I think that throughout that game, Manchester United, like if I go to the stats, like Manchester United had 61% ball possession, 22 shots on target. I mean, 22 shots versus Arsenal's 9. 7 shots on target versus their 3. They had a big chance versus not big chances. Corners are even 3-4. And then passes, we had 83% to their 74%. So we passed 393 times there. Like, basically on the stats, expected goals 1.52 there, 1.30. Like when I'm talking, when you're looking at the stats, right? I know, if I understand where Arsenal's at, because Arsenal's at a place where every game now is the business end for them. Do you understand? Like, it's not like us where we're looking for a better performance. We're trying to understand this identity. For Arsenal, they came into this window saying, do you know what? I need Lengman Gyökeres. They brought him in. They brought in Zubomendi. They've brought in guys that are ready made to try and get them over the line. For them, it's less about the performance now because they've been doing this during their building.
But they done what a lot of great teams do, and the Man United of old do. Remember, Man United back in the day could not play well, and they will win and they will grind it. The difference with Arsenal is that there was a period where they didn't have a good defense. Now they've got a strong back four, especially with Saliba and Gabriel, and a good goalkeeper. So the issues they had before is that they will grind out results. And remember before, like Arsenal didn't have that grit about them. They would like get 1-0 up and they'll do like lose the ball or concede. So as I said,
I mean, like you're right. I think that they've definitely got the grit, and they've been showing that for a number of years, man. And I think they grinded out their defense in Gabriel. Like, so they need to keep Saliba and Gabriel fit if they're gonna have any chance, because they've shown that with that defense and their goalkeeper Real, they can do bits. You get me? They can get their goal and grind it out. Like Man United was, you see, the Man United of old, we will have a 15-minute spell in the first half, and then maybe towards the end of the game have a few minutes here and there to try and come back into the game. Like Manchester United against Arsenal for probably 80 minutes straight was peppering Arsenal, pinning them back. Do you understand? Locking off Saka. Nobody knew that Saka even played. Gyökeres, Delete, locked him off. Nope, like people are looking at Gyökeres already making memes. Like Delete, moved to him. Like Manchester United absolutely moved to Arsenal in every single way. And you know what? Nobody's now leaving that game thinking, you know, when everyone's talking like, it's the 3 points that matters. It's the 3 points that matters. That tells you something, bro. Because the Arsenal of old don't stop at 1-0. They go to get 2.
The thing is, they moved. We kept moving and peppering them, but when it comes to positions in the league, we got peppered, right? It's 3 points. And look, the thing is, I don't want to put down on it, and I see a lot of people praising Man United, but we were brought up at a time, we saw the Man United with Rooney, Ronaldo, Van Nistelrooy. We saw that. We saw the Giggses. We saw the Beckhams. We lived through that. So we know what Man United could be, right? And what all those teams had was a consistency, right? But the problem, like, that's why I don't want to get carried away. Like, okay, we had a good game, one game, right? But is that, okay, how consistent can you be now? Like, if we don't show this in the game this weekend, then it's like, it's void us being happy. So I want to reserve me being happy about us adapting to the style until I see it a couple of times.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you, bro.
I don't want to get carried away, but I would say look good. We look like we're adapting to the formation. Still some niggles, but that's like some little things that we need to play with. But that's natural because a lot of teams, it will take them a couple of games. I feel like we're going to see the best out of all the good teams after the international break. They would have had a few games under. They get their fitness up. You know what I mean? Being a bit sharper. But I think for us, it's only about consistency. And after a couple of games, that's when I'll be like, yeah, I don't want to get too carried away. But if we keep the same energy, there's going to be a lot. It's going to be hard for teams to beat us. But at the same time, I'm reserving my energy until I see consistency.
Bro, if you look at this game, right? No, because you got to deep it, and I think one of the things that's making me more optimistic about this game is this: like Manchester United last season, we identified like the areas that was bad. We identified buying there or Nana, the goalkeeper. This is the same thing that cost us. We sorted the defense, and you can see the defense stepped up. You understand? You can see like Euro, Shaw, now that he's fit.
Remember, I feel like that back three is the back three I said.
Yeah, you did.
I said Euro, Shaw, and remember I said Shaw because I feel like Heaven's good, but it's just there's a bit of him that's probably not ready. And I said, and someone even said, what about Maguire? And I said, my back three would be that. And they done solid.
Bro. Okay, yeah. Amo just messaged me. Yeah, he reminded me, yeah, because in the last game in the predictions, right? You know, we was talking about our predictions. Yeah, he's laughing.
Oh, right? about the score.
Yeah.
Look, wait. The thing is well done to Arsenal. Look, as I said, it's like great teams are able to grind out results, right? But I think my basis of that analogy is just I had a feeling that like Arsenal, even watching them in pre-season, were a bit behind us in terms of energy, right? And I thought we could catch them slipping.
Yeah.
Watching the game, if we had like better conversion, we probably could have beat them easy 2-1, 3-1. But look, Arsenal won. They're good. Like it's going to be interesting when we play them later in the season because then there's going to be like us. Both will be at our best, isn't it? In terms of. But look, I thought Man United were going to win. I would still make that prediction again. I ain't going back on my word. I stand 10 toes down. But I thought Man United would at least. I had a feeling that they'll take it to them. Remember, I was saying to you in the beginning, we need to play a team that just moves them and pins them back. Because the problem with Arsenal, you can't sit back on them because they can play in between the lines. They're good counter-attacking. There's so many elements to their game, right? So remember, I was saying we need to just put our best team out and just push them back. And I think they probably weren't ready for Man United to be attacking them that much, right? But yeah, I thought Man United were going to win. And when we play them the second time, I'm going to think the same thing.
So he's saying pretty sure. I'm all saying pretty sure XG was only 1.59 or something. No chance of 3 goals. Laugh out loud. I think, yeah, when we looked at the expected goals, I think ours is 1.52 and theirs is 1.30.
But before the game.
That was after. That was the full game. Like but
do you know what? As I said, my judgment was made when I was looking at their like pre-season games, right? I know they finished it off with a good pre-season game, and it showed in that game. Arsenal just looked behind. The problem with Arsenal is that they just looked like they needed a bit more time to get ready for the season. I know everyone's saying Arsenal played poor. I just feel like they're just not fit in terms of like they're not like ready. You know what I mean? You could tell like some of them are a bit off the pace.
Yeah, Saka didn't look too in it as well. To be fair, Timber's obviously coming off the bench, so he's not fully fit.
For Amo and for Arsenal fans, at least like they've got the satisfaction of saying, look, even though we looked off, we didn't play well, we still got 3 points, right? At the bottom of the day is who wins, who loses, right? So I think they with them, their thing is that they can only get better, right?
Yeah,
they've got a team that played with each other consistently for at least 4 or 5 years. And I think that's why I'm reserving. Like, even though I had Man United winning, I think we will do much better this season. You know, my prediction was what? In top 7, maybe even 5th, right? That was my prediction, right, last week, and I'll stand by it. But my thing is that I just need to see Man United do it consistently.
100%. And I think Manchester United will. Like I said, I don't remember Man United.
Shout out Amo. You see how he came with the stats?
Bro, the thing about this year is with Arsenal, so obviously we was having a chat before we even came online, me and Amon. We was talking about like back in when we played Arsenal. I forgot what the result was. Is it 3-1 to us or something along those lines? And this was like a couple of years ago when we played them. And he was basically saying like it was like a flip reverse. Like this game that we saw against Arsenal is where we were playing dead, but we caught them on a counter and ended up winning that game. And we was talking about, you know what, it's the 3 points that matters. Look, this is their time to be saying it's the 3 points that matters, because they're starting the season, like I said, where it's game time. Look, you're up against the cities that's invested heavily. You're up against Liverpool that's invested heavily. Like Tottenham's even invested. Like everyone's investing. And every game is like the business end of the season for Arsenal. Do you understand? For Manchester United,
it's one of them seasons you can't drop points like that, isn't it?
You can't. With Manchester United, I think we've got a bit more leeway and wiggle room in that sense, where Manchester United is trying to understand the style of football. Like it's not going to be the end of the world if Manchester United finish fifth.
You know what I said? No, but you know what I said last week? I stand by it. There's no excuses no more. Like, he's had a full preseason. He's had more, like, okay, say if he came, he's got this is the pluses he's got, right? He didn't come in during the summer. So it's not like he came in the summer and then they had to get used to it. No, he came in January, right? He's had half a season. He's been able to, you know what he's had that a lot of new managers haven't? He hasn't had a chance. He's had a chance to have half a season, right? And make mistakes. A lot of managers that come in the summer don't have that leeway. They have to learn on the job. He's had half a season to get away with finishing 15th.
3/4 of a season. 3/4.
3/4 of a season to get it wrong, right? Know what to do is right. Have a full summer, get the back in with all that money, nearly 200 million on the front three, right? Especially at a time when we say we don't have money, and the ability to show up the season. A lot of managers that come in the summer don't have the privilege in the Premiership to make all those mistakes and get away with it. If any other manager turned
27 games, 27 games, only won 7 of them. So it's a big thing.
If the stats are right, there was no back-to-back wins, were there?
We never won 2 back-to-back games in a row.
But let's be honest. Like, as much as people want to say, if no one can complain if something happens or it doesn't go right, because he's been given ample time to make the mistakes and see where he needs to work on, and he had a whole summer to sign who he wanted and have a full preseason.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses this season.
No, 100%. So I'm all saying we definitely look short, no hiding that. A lot of players came back from fairly serious injuries. Timber, White, Gabriel, Saka, and Havertz. A lot of them did, like I said, Timber was coming off the bench.
I feel like obviously, like, White, you could tell he was a bit off. I know that Cunha done well against him, but you could just tell he was getting turned and a bit too easy and burnt. But Gabriel done well.
And Buma was cooking, man. Like Arsenal, they're in a race for them. Like, for me, it's good that they got 3 points. But if you I think when you need to deep it properly, they ain't gonna be able to deep it properly because they got their 3 points. Pause. Do you understand? But they got their 3 points. When you're looking at the caliber of teams that you're up against, and I know it's like different games produce different performances, styles make, you know what I mean? Like the different tactics as styles make matches or whatever the saying is. Like that's what it could come down to at the end of the day. But ultimately, I'm gonna be looking at it thinking, bro, we need to step up and get up to gear quickly. If I was an Arsenal fan, thinking, damn, like this is a team that's come up from 15th to, you know what I mean, and putting you to the sword like that, bro. We're trying to win the league. So I'm hoping that our performances get better. Like, look, there's so many banana skins in this Premier League right about now. You're looking at Tottenham, that's about to get Eze. They got Kudus, they got Kulusevski. Got me that Brennan Johnson that likes to get a goal here and there. Like they've got Mandem, and I'm sure I've missed Saar. They've got bag of guys. They got Richarlison. They got that, and most importantly, their new manager. Like
they have a striker that one that came from, was it Bournemouth? What's his name again?
Is it Solanke?
Yeah.
Bro, like they've got a squad now. You're looking at them thinking, raw. Paulinho got brought in as well. You're looking at what do you call it?
Man City look good though, man. Let's be honest. Their new signing, what's his name? Reinders or Reinders. We were talking about him last year during the summer. Remember what I was saying? We were both saying that, bro. Because I watched him a bit. I'm like, yeah, this guy's he's a problem.
Not getting a new keeper. Yeah. But Amo, this is what I'm saying, yeah. When I look at Manchester United, the issues that we face now, was not based off like our playing style performance. That will be even more worrying. What we experienced, yeah, is the legacies of last season where I'm looking at it saying that individual player needs to go. Like, that is the issue. Like, you know how, do you know, like, I think people forgot, yeah, how bad Manchester United was last year. Like, when you're looking at 15th, people are actually thinking Manchester United is a 15th place team. Like, Manchester United, yeah, had Rashford move on, Sancho move on, Anthony move on. Who was the other attacker that moved on? So there was like 4 of them. I'm missing a name. But anyway, a lot of attackers moved on. We was dependent on and have been dependent on Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad for parts of this season before he got injured. Yeah. And it's been those two that's carrying us. And people be talking about Garnacho's end product. And he was the only one that was getting in behind the defense anyway. So when you look at it, like, it was poor. Like, the team, you can see it's night and day now. We've brought in Ahmad and we've brought in Bruno and we've brought in Cunha. You see when the ball gets hoofed, that ball's sticking. That ball's sticking. And you see them, man, like Mbumo, one touch, pivot, gone. Like, you see Cunha, the control. Like, we've got ballers now up top like that. And then Sesko, he's just getting warmed up. Hopefully he comes good. Like, Man United has got that front three now that's set for the next 5, 6 years or whatever like that. We ain't got to worry about that.
But what Amo said is good though. No, Amo said is right though. Not getting a goalkeeper, because the problem is right. Is this right? Is you start this? What's his name? What's his name? The goalkeeper. I don't know how to pronounce it properly.
What, Bayern
there, right? And I've always thought he's been shaky, even when I've seen him play internationally, right? You got Heaton on the bench, right? You got Onana, and then your reasoning is that, okay, you dropped Onana, he wasn't injured, right? So technically, you look at all the areas, yeah, and you think, okay, we conceded so many goals. There's so many goals conceded, and then you look at someone like Donnarumma, right? And they said stat-wise, he's one of the goalkeepers that never made an error that led to a goal last season, right? And he played Champions League. Fair enough, he was playing in the French league, but he was playing a lot of games in Champions League, especially the way they did the new league structure, right? So no mistakes, right? You've got him available, right, for like 28 million, but now you're allowing Man City to potentially buy him, right? And you're going to keep with Onana, right? All right, cool. Onana could be your second goalkeeper if you want to keep him around, right? But Donnarumma, he's like young as well. He's 26. That's another 10 years you potentially got on a goalkeeper. 8 to 10 years, because they can play until they're older, right? So but you've got that opportunity.
I'm told that he likes to run down his contract though. He done it at AC. He's doing it at PSG.
No, but he brought out a statement. He's leaving this summer. Even his agent said.
What, Donna? Yeah, because he's running down his contract at PSG.
No, but he's leaving this summer. He's leaving now.
Oh, yeah, he's leaving now because obviously PSG is.
Like, because remember they dropped him, yeah? But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a chance there. Like, when are you ever going to get a Copa of that caliber under 30 million?
Never.
That's a Champions League winner, right? That's like, you know what I mean? That won the triple last season, right? And he's under 30, right? Yeah. They should sign him, because now Man City are potentially going to buy him on the basis of them selling Ederson. So I think the goalkeeper is, and the thing that's interesting is that people are, oh yeah, this, that. Raya had exactly the same issue. What did he do? He pushed the lit out the way and punched the ball out.
Easy.
And he's not even the biggest goalkeeper, is he? Physically, he pushed him out the way and punched it. When it comes to our goalkeeper, he just stands there and flings the ball backwards, and basically he got an assist in the game.
I remember when I was chatting in a group chat, man was saying, yo, like, I want this keeper. Man was saying midfield. I'm like, yo, midfield is important. And the midfield does win you games. But at the end of the day, yeah,
we can survive without a midfielder at least to January. Let's be honest.
Look everyone be talking about, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, all of these, man, Odegaard in the midfield versus Bruno and Casemiro. Look what happened, bro. Look what happened.
Bro, let's not get carried away. One game.
I know, but I'm just like, bro, when you work that hard, yeah, and then you have someone like Bayern there with a flimsy wrist, bro. Like this guy,
Okay, so what would you rather get right now? If you get a midfielder or goalkeeper, who you going for first? I'm going for a keeper.
bro, I need a keeper right now. Look,
Yeah.
especially as Belieber, yeah, is not gonna be happening this year. Like, I don't want Manchester United to go on, spend the budget on another midfielder that's probably not even gonna be Wharton anyway, because Palace ain't gonna let him go this season, especially this late, or Belieber, and then you're gonna go on and get another midfielder. Yeah, it can be that it could work out, but it's not gonna be as influential to me anyway as a keeper. And I think people have been forgetting this. Like, I feel like the season has come to a close, and some of the Man United fans are like, yeah, midfielder. Yes, like midfielder's key, it's important. Like when you see Belieber, everyone's like, wow, like what's he gonna bring to Man United? Pairing with Bainu or pairing with Bruno, whatever like that. But look at this game. When it comes to these games like this, fine margins is what determines it. We keep self-inflicting, bro. We keep self-inflicting. You understand? The defense did everything they could to protect this keeper against Arsenal. Everything they could. If you say that we ain't got no midfield, park that to the side, because I think even Casemiro had a good game and Bruno in the midfield. Bro, the
No,
defense did everything, bro.
look,
And look
I
what he
think
does.
it's about that. We need a new goalkeeper. I just have a feeling that Man United won't go for Donnarumma, and that's basically like being they just offered something like 28 million is mad.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? But look, we'll see what happens. 2 weeks left. It will take a couple more mistakes. Man United are more. Sometimes the problem I have with United, they're more reactive than proactive. They're only going to wait for a couple more times, a couple more issues, instead of being proactive and saying, look, if you want to be taken seriously, the goalkeeper and the defense are usually like the foundation of any team, right? Get a good goalkeeper. You need someone that's a leader at the back that people respect. You know what I mean? You get Donnarumma, you got someone that just won the Champions League.
Bro, and can you imagine those set pieces as well? Oh, snap. Can you imagine the set pieces that's coming in from the opposition where you've got big boy Donnarumma, 6'7" or whatever he is, and then you've got Sesko as well in our box defending that? Like, no, you know what I mean? Like the aerial support in that sense. You just want a corner to come in and someone that can deal with it. You just know Donnarumma's getting a fist to that. You just know he's grabbing it out the air and just diffusing all the issues. You understand? It is just stressful.
I've seen the goalkeeper. I've seen him do that mad times where they shoot and he doesn't know how to grab it. He'll punch it out or flip. Like he's been doing that even through last season when he played, right? But look, we need a new goalkeeper. It'll be interesting to see if we're more like proactive than reactive. Yeah, but I think Amo said something about Ahmad at right back, right? Right.
Yeah, he was saying he's not sure that he's going to work out long term. And to be honest,
Alex Morduake.
Madue,
Ask him before it was long term.
Bro, you know them one day. You see Ahmad's going to be cooking. You see, the only thing is though, NK was saying this before in the preview game. He was just like, Amarim likes to use the low in the big games, and then because of his defensive ability as well and his ability to like get forward. But Amad Diallo, I think, is gonna have plenty of game time.
But the problem is playing Ahmad, a right wing back, kind of frees Mboma to go more centrally and closer to the striker and play more in, right? Because he gives it outlet. The thing is the problem is that I feel like it's a tough one because if you don't play Ahmad at right wing back, where's he going to play now, right? He would have to be on the bench because of the way the front three are set up. But I feel like, you can just see the difference when he came on in terms of energy and just the output, isn't it?
Ahmad,
he tries. At least he tries to get back. He'll try and tackle. He's not weak. Maybe just aerially he's not the best, but I feel like Ahmad can work. I
look at this team, and I want our when we're playing five at the back, I want our fullbacks in Dorgu and Ahmad to be pressed high, like creating that width, creating them overlaps, creating that attacking overloads. I don't want them sat as a back five. That's not good to us. It's too defensive like that. You understand? So for me, like, I don't mind that. And I think like where, we've said it in our chats as well. Ron's has mentioned this as well. It's just like, you know what, like where he does play the low is that the manager feeling like he doesn't quite trust like the midfield stroke the defense as a collective unit. to be able to like defend whilst these guys are doing their thing, like up top.
Yeah, I don't know,
I don't
man.
know.
For me, I'm playing Ahmad. I don't care.
Do you understand? But you know what? I have to give a big
until it goes wrong, like it's not gone wrong really on a consistent basis. Him playing right wing back.
Bro, do you know what?
He played well during the preseason as well.
Well, Ahmad's gonna cook, bro. You just know he's gonna get on that. He's gonna get those numbers as well. One thing I must say though, as well, Mason Mount, he was cooking as well. You know, that guy was cooking. I know he's your nemesis, bro, but that guy.
Well, look. One thing is, I've never been the biggest fan because he just always stayed injured, and the problem I was having is that there's so much faith was putting into him without him showing anything. But look, he had a good game. He's done all right during preseason, but I just need to see him and Shaw just keep fit and play consistently.
100%. Look, Man United's got Fulham as well next game, and
this Saturday, right?
Yeah, man.
What's your prediction?
It's going to be a totally different type of game, though, isn't it? Because Man, you know what? It's interesting though, because I was going to say that, you know, Fulham might do the whole low block thing, but it really does depend. Like, do teams respect Manchester United enough yet?
Yeah, I'll give my prediction. We're going to score 2 goals and we're going to win. I don't know how much the difference is going to be, but we're going to score at least 2 goals, right? Mark my words, and we're going to win the game. Whether it's 2-1, 3-1, I feel like we're going to score in that game.
We have to.
I feel like we have to. It's not even like I hope so. We need to, even for confidence, right?
Big time.
Because you can't play so well against Arsenal and now come and draw or do to Fulham. It's hustling backwards.
Yeah, facts. And remember, Fulham's been weakened, man. They've been weakened as well, Paulinho. I've never seen a season like this where every team was just shopping in the Premier League. It's like people are realizing, like, you know what, this is peak. Like you've got oh man, said with the 2 goals again. Look, you've got
I'll see you on Saturday, man. We're gonna be here on Saturday, so mark my words.
You've got Man United shopping, you know, at Wolves, shopping, do you know what I mean, at Brentford. You've got everyone like shopping in the Premier League. You obviously got Newcastle. I heard that is linked to Semenyo. I hope they don't get him because he's a guy, man. Do you understand? Like, people are realizing the importance of the Premier League, and they haven't done that before. Ron was saying this in our group chat before. It's just like, look, we've been allowing these teams around us to strengthen. Like the so-called top 6 has been allowing the other teams to grow. They ain't been cherry picking their players. They've been going Europe here and there, and now, you know what I mean? Like Manchester United has realized, bro, we need some certified guys. So therefore, look, it's paying dividends. You understand? So
it's the best way to do it because it's not even like we're in Europe, right? So you might, if you want to do well with the Premiership,
you are on a 20-second delay right now, bro.
Is that okay now? Is it better,
bro? You're definitely on that Ghanaian Wi-Fi, bro. You know that one, guys.
I'm on the Man United Wi-Fi if we don't win.
Man's on that dial-up, you know. You remember
that AOL?
Yeah, that's bro. Them that no, bro. What do you call it, guys? I forgot to mention, man. Big up Amon for sending in those chats as well, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You get me? Smash the like button, turn on your notifications, man. Let me know your thoughts, bro. Like, does Man United turn a corner? Are we back in this? Or is Manchester United same old last season? Look, we need to know, man. And Arsenal, you know what I mean? Are they going to get it over the line? Are they going to be the team that's finally lifting the trophy? Man like Mateus Cunha, number 10, says we need a new keeper and a midfielder. Bro, that is big facts. Manchester United need a midfielder and a new goalkeeper. But do you know what I'm liking? And you know what I've got trust in? Is that the talent ID of Amorim and the talent ID of Ineos are proven to be good. They are proven to be good. They came in, we was playing Maguire and Lindelof for most parts of the season and Evans, and they came in and said, we're changing all of this. They brought in Mazraoui, they brought in, what do you call it, Delay, they brought in Euro, you know, they brought in Aiden Heaven, and all of a sudden,
and Dogu.
And we can see we're not talking about them no more. We're not talking about the defense being an issue. Maybe we can do with another centre back. You know, Shaw's playing left centre back right now. Martinez, you know, there's these injury concerns and Shaw. So maybe we can do with another one. But nobody's talking about our defense right now. They came in and said, boom, I'm sorting out the defense. They've come in again the following year and said, boom, I'm sorting out their attack. And they've got Cunha and Bimu and Sesko. And now I'm thinking next season, if this is the last bit of business, I'm pretty sure all the focus is going to be on that midfield and a keeper. And they're just probably going to get 2 midfielders. Because remember, Casemiro's going. I have a strong feeling that Bruno's going to leave as well next season as well. You know,
Yeah, it's
I
true.
really
Selling Garnacho means you've got one, so no excuse for anything else. It's true.
Bruv, I'm telling you, you sell him, sell Garnacho. I know, bruv, Chelsea's getting on my nerves, man. Like you're looking at what they sold. What's his name? That thingy to Arsenal for. What's his name again? The winger. You said his name just Madueke, yeah. What is it? 50, 55 million or whatever it is. And they're coming to us 30 million, bruv. He's got GA is like 15. Garnacho's GA is 21 plus. Like I just feel like people use this as an excuse. Oh, we wanted to force the guys out X, Y, and Z. I feel like the only reason why we're not getting the money that we want is because this guy's come out and said, I only want Chelsea, and Chelsea's lowballing us because news came out of Bayern Munich wanting to inquire about Garnacho, and Garnacho's like saying, nah, he only wants Chelsea. Bayern Munich would have paid decent piece for him. I swear Atletico Madrid wanted him. Bayern Leverkusen wanted him.
He wants to stay. He wants to stay in the UK and in the Prem, isn't it? So
because he wants to smoke us. That's why he's one of them ones. You can tell like he's one of them ones that's definitely gonna add an extra 10-15% when he's playing Man United, just to show Amorim or whoever that annoyed him at the club. But you know what? It is night and day when I watch Cunha and Mbeumo as those number 10s versus Garnacho. It is. So maybe if Garnacho does get to that level one day, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna be in any regrets thinking like we lost him because of what we gained. And that's just it. That's just it. And Matches Cunha number 10 says, to be honest, if we sell Garnacho for anything less than 35, we've been mugged off by Chelsea. Bro,
that's a fact.
Bro, I'm even thinking like we should be getting at least 45 plus 5 in add-ons or something. Like Man United should be getting, like if you're looking at the Man United is trying to change a big culture here. Do you understand? And I'm really stuck.
But it's true though. We need to stand on it, even though, because you know what Garnacho said? He said that supposedly if it's not accepted, he'd rather be left out of the team until January. Good, stay out of the team till January. Like if they offer us less than, if we don't get 50 million what we've asked for, then don't sell him.
That's why we need to change the culture, because part of me is thinking though, do we sell these guys to get the rotten eggs out of the club? Because can they do more damage?
But we've done, I feel like we've got 28 million somewhere. Like as soon as Sancho goes, and like we can gather that 28 million without having
Sancho ain't going. Sancho ain't going. This guy's turning down everything, bro. He's not going. This guy wants to run down his contract, maintain as close as possible to his wages, which is 250k. And then go off somewhere, bro. He's not going anywhere, man. He's not going anywhere. I think the only money that we can realistically, the only money I can guarantee think that we're gonna get is Rasmus Højlund, even though it's not this year. Like say Manchester United do loan with obligation to buy. Yeah, I think that's the guaranteed money that we're gonna get. And even then, we don't know, because it could just be 5 million fine if you don't take up the obligation. You know, one of them ones. But look, with Man United, you just never know when it comes to these loans, man. You just never know. Like, it's really, really stressful. But we're not the only ones struggling with sales, Ed. You're looking at, what do you call it? You're looking at Arsenal. They're watching Eze go to Tottenham because they can't raise no money. They've only brought in how much? 6 million. I don't even know what they brought in, but they can't. They're struggling. They're struggling right now.
The problem a lot of those clubs are going to have, they allowed Eze's release clause to pass.
Big time. Yeah, and that's the issue. But I think Tottenham's already agreed personal terms. I think they're going to get over the line.
The difference in IQ between Garnacho and is miles. Cunha is what we wanted. Facts.
Miles off. Like, you can just see, like, miles off. You understand? That's a boy. You see the difference when you watch Man United, yeah? You can see, like, the sustained level of pressure that we're able to apply on teams now. Like I was saying earlier, like Man United will start off a game, the first 15 minutes, we'll have a few chances, and then that's it. We'll concede a goal and we're just getting peppered for the rest of the game. Manchester United sustained like this pressure throughout the 90 minutes. And this is the reason why is because you've got guys now like Mbeumo and Cunha that are intelligent, like smart, that can protect the ball, that can make the right pass when it matters. Do you know what I mean? Like guys that can carry the ball. Like how many times would the phase of play break down when you give it to Garnacho? He's just gonna take that ball. He might get henched off the ball because he's too weak. Do you understand? Or he might cut in and shoot and it goes into orbit. And sometimes you could say that about Rashford as well. Like when you got guys now that are just natural ballers, you understand? Jogger Benito levels. Do you know what I mean? When you've got guys like that, bro, it makes a massive difference. And I think people forgot, like, even if you didn't see a style of play with Manchester United back in the days, what we did have is top players that was getting us our second in the league under Mourinho, that was getting us like, you know, thirds and that and under Oli, that was you know what I mean? Like we had star players. Last season, we were stripped of all of that. Outside of Bruno, we were stripped of that. Do you understand? So I think people are going to now realize like Manchester United isn't clearly a 15th place team. And Manchester United is going to be up derailing a lot of man's seasons, bro. Like, yeah, we're going to try and achieve our objectives, but we're going to derail next man's seasons as well. And Amos saying, does Rashford have an obligation? I think that one's just a straight loan, isn't it? It's just a straight loan. But I'm even hearing that they're struggling with even registering this guy. Like,
no, I think he's registered.
Has he registered now? Because I was reading somewhere that
I think Rashford and someone else they registered.
Bruv, did you see the miss that he made? Like, obviously, he got an assist that didn't get publicized, but that miss is obviously what went around the houses, isn't it? And I mean, do you know what?
Yeah. It says here on BBC, it says Marcus Rashford registered in time for the Liga opening.
Oh, good.
I think Rashford has an obligation, isn't it? It's like 30 million, like.
Oh yeah, you're right, but it's not. I was thinking mandatory. So, like, they can choose to exercise the 30 million or not. Whereas so it's not like a mandatory buy, like whatever it is like that. So, and then what's it? Matthias number 10 saying Cunha not only brings skill but mentality.
Okay, so it's around 40 million euros.
Yeah. That's a decent amount still. He knows what it means to play for Man United, unlike Garnacho, who treats United like a Sunday league team. Bro, and this guy as well, he's someone that is like, he acts like he's made it already. It's an option to buy for 28 million.
Yeah.
Who's an option to buy for 28 million? Rashford, okay. Option to buy for 28 million. Yeah, so like, Garnacho moves like he's made it already, and he's just got attitude. Like, you know what I mean? How many times have we brought him back in line and then he goes offline again, bring him back in line? Man United don't need that. At a club like us, we don't need that.
Well, I think we can safely say it's done for him at our team.
It's done.
The question is how much we let him go for, because I don't think they'll allow him to play for the team again.
Do you know if it's me? You know, obviously Argentina's already dropped him in it. They already dropped. Well, they're not. Well, he hasn't made the squad. You understand? So for me, if it was me, Garnacho's holding bench, bro. He's holding bench. He is holding bench, bro, because you know what it is, yeah? Manchester United are trying to change the culture. I know you're going to have a set of fans that are saying, you know what, we need to take the money, take what we can get and reinvest. Some things are more than just money, because if Garnacho, you had Rashford that's saying, I only want Barca, he gets his way. We've got Sancho rejecting everything. He's probably going to walk away for free. He gets his way. You got Garnacho, who's really not costing us anything. He's kicking off a fuss saying, you know what, Chelsea, he gets his way. Bro, this is going to be the common culture down the line. Before you know it, you're going to have a next row of guys saying, okay, I only want this team. I'm not going to go anywhere else. You see Rasmus Højlund? Do you see how Rasmus Højlund said he wants to stay in Manchester United? Said, you know what, you need to go, right? You don't say Rasmus Højlund saying, I'm only leaving, you need to pay me out. Or you're not saying like him saying, I only want this team. That's how it needs to be for every single player. You get me? Who's coming with the biggest bid? If they're a decent team, we're not going to just ship you off to any dead team. But if coming in with a decent bid, decent team, go. You understand? All these players got way too much power. Like, I will set an example. I'll take the L on Garnacho and set the biggest example. Like, this guy's contract ends in 2028 or whatever it is. Bruv, I'll ride out the whole 28. He just chill on bench, ride out the whole 28. Bruv, I swear to you, bro. The whole of it. Don't forget who he is. Bruv.
We'll put my death for record.
Don't let me. Oh, Don't
Nah,
let him
I
go.
think we should definitely let him go, because you want to start getting rid of like the dead weight, and especially the bad influences. But we should do
For
it.
30 mil. Would you sell
We
him for
should
30
do it.
mil?
No. I'm selling him for 50. If Fingy's going to Arsenal for 50 million, I'm going 50 million.
Facts. 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 That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only way, man. Or just hold bench. But anyway, look, the last comment before we duck, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Turn on your notifications, boy. We will be coming live hopefully every single match game and doing the previews. Matches Cunha number 10 says player power at the club. These owners need to show some aggression and forcing players out, because having one of Garnacho, Rashford, and Sancho bring nothing to the team. Bro, I'm just praying that this is the last of the rotten, like the last of this, and we can just move on.
I think it is, though. I think it is, because I think he's got his team in now with his philosophies. But yeah, we need to just like find a way. Like, we've got good supposed relationship with Chelsea. Just tell them 50 mil.
Easy.
Minimum I'll take is 45.
Yeah, bro, coming on 30. Like, they're cheeky, bro. Like, if Garnacho had if Chelsea had Garnacho, yeah, despite all of this, bro, they'll be slapping like a 70 million price tag, 80 million price tag on his head.
But the worst thing is that we had a chance to sell him to Napoli for 70 million a year ago, and we kept him.
Brother.
But it is what it is. Look, game on Saturday. I hope we win.
What's your scoreline predictions, bro? Close us out on that. Oh, you did. You said by two goals.
We're gonna score 2 goals, man. I feel like we're gonna score 2 goals, and we need to score more than 1 goal. So that's why I say 2 goals, just to show. And then also for me, I need to see a continuation of the performance you put in against Arsenal, so it wasn't just a one-off. And yeah, just to keep strong.
Yeah, 100%. I think Man United probably win.
He said, "Big up Firms and Ed when you on next after the game on Saturday."
You think I might even do a preview as well? You know.
Yeah, we could do a preview. What time's kickoff on Saturday?
Let me check.
I'll check now.
I don't even know. Oh, Real Madrid got the 1-0, yeah? Cheers.
It looks like we've got Fulham at 4:30, so we can do before a match preview at maybe like 4 o'clock, half an hour before the game, or
Bro,
even within.
Not even half an hour before the game. I'm talking like.
No, I thought we should do it because the lineup comes up an hour before the game, so within that hour, because we know the lineup, right?
Yeah. But I wanted to do a whole thingy. I wanted to do it like on.
I would say it would be good to do it.
Right.
We could do that, but it would be good to do one even on the day with the lineup and see what our pre-match like view and our pre-match view on the lineup. Give a quick prediction. Doesn't have to be long, and then we could do one after the game.
100%. Stay locked in, guys. Stay locked in because
we'll definitely be here on. Oh, the game's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday. Yeah, cool. That's calm then, guys. Turn on your notifications, man. When we're live, you'll know about it. But yeah, man. Look, it's about to get saucy, man. Like Mbomo, Konya, Sesko, Ahmad, Bruno. Like, bro, there's too many mandem that is gonna be on smoke, and we're gonna surprise guys. I keep telling man United is gonna surprise man this season, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Take care, guys. Thanks for joining.